Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Sagittariuses for the month of October. We're going to be talking about what it is you guys can potentially expect to manifest either externally or maybe just be feeling internally. So what you guys are looking at currently is the energy you can expect to be feeling walking into the month of October. So let's get to it. October 2nd, there's a new moon solar eclipse in Libra happening in 10 degrees in your 11th house. So to me, I feel like this means several different things in regards to how this could potentially manifest for you guys. So since it's in 10 degrees, I'm going to look at your 10th house because I am thinking about 10th house energy. This does speak of Capricorn energy with 10 degrees. So I'm definitely going to be looking at where you guys have Capricorn, and this is in your second house. Because I do believe there's definitely a more detailed storyline unfolding when you go about it that way. So you guys have Virgo in your 10th house. Mercury rules Virgo, and you guys just so happen to have it in Libra, while the new moon solar eclipse is going to be happening in Libra in 10 degrees. So I think maybe something new may be happening either around contracts or maybe just communicating about maybe like, I want to say doing something that is connected to money with maybe friends. If it's not friends, then it's going to be just people you do business with or people that you've met maybe through social networking that you're going to be signing some type of contract with or some type of commitment. And if you guys aren't actually doing it, you're at least talking about it. If you're not talking about that, then I'm just going to say it's some type of conversation around friends, and maybe it has something to do with work. Maybe it has something to do with, I'm just going to say, I think love as well, because with Venus ruling Libra, it's in your 12th house. So I think that maybe there's something for some of you guys. Usually when Venus is in the 12th house, I think of secret relationships. I think of hidden relationships. But maybe this is something that you guys have been keeping a secret or private, and now you want to go public with it. Or maybe for some of you guys, this is you guys deciding you no longer want to be with this person. Or maybe this is something you guys are feeling about, the other person with you guys. For those of you that are in a relationship, okay? Because Pluto, which rules Scorpio, is in your second house. So what is it that you value right now? What is it that you own? What are you guys spending your money on? So when I think of romance, I'm thinking of what it is you guys value. And this is probably, you guys are probably being... I don't want to say critical about it because Mercury is not in Virgo anymore, but you guys are probably thinking a lot about the relationship you may be in, or maybe just relationships in general, or the friendships you guys have, the groups of friends you guys have, and what type of friends do you guys value. I think also this may be talking about money for some of you. Thinking more so like, where does your money go? Where do you spend your money? Are you spending it on things you guys value? Because when I think of Venus in the 12th, I think of the possibility of somebody like not spending money in the best way. It's like money goes missing, or I mean, there's a chance that it could be invested into something and then, it's like it comes back. So I mean, that could be something that's going on. But I do think with Venus being in your 12th house, that probably like deep relationships are on your mind, or at least I would say like intimate relationships, or like the thought of, I think for some of you, definitely like talking to friends that maybe you guys are hooking up with. That could definitely be something going on for some of you as well. But yeah, that 10 degrees again is Capricorn energy, and you guys have it in your second house. So I think also how you appear with whatever this is, with either your career, your legacy, how others see you. And this also may be the same storyline playing out when it comes to romance. So yeah. So, I also think there is more of an emphasis with this new moon solar eclipse. It's not only going to be taking on new moon energy where like either it's a new perspective on relationships because Libra relationship theme, but I think because it's an eclipse, it's much more powerful. So I definitely think something will be happening on or around October 2nd, especially more so because the South Node is in Libra. So for some of you, like I said, you guys may be really rethinking your group of friends. You may be seeing something much more clearly about what it is you value about people, like groups of friends, and what it is you want in your life. You may realize that you need like healthier people in your life, and maybe the people around you aren't too healthy. I just see with Lilith in the 11th house that there may be anger around like groups of people or your group of friends, because it's like you may be feeling like you're giving too much, or it's like from the past, you're trying to learn something this time around. Like don't give too much in friendships or maybe relationships because of past relationships and how that how that didn't work out for you. And there could be anger around this. And it's like that anger is actually helping you guys more so connect with that North Node in Aries in that 5th house. So yeah, it's almost as if your pain, Chiron, is helping you commit to this fated, destined North Node in Aries, where you guys really need to think about what it is you want when it comes to romance. And I think maybe committed relationships for you guys right now either may not be your thing, or because Jupiter is in your 7th house of committed relationships, it may be your thing, but you guys just may be more... maybe more specific when it comes to your manifestation practices, like the type of person you want to attract into your life, especially with that Jupiter, which talks about manifesting in that 7th house. So yeah. Anything else? Where's Saturn? Because this is the ruler of Capricorn, so your 4th house. Yeah, making your dreams come true, either with your career or romance. This is what I think is happening. Like you guys really want to make... for some of you, I think it's definitely going to be making the invisible visible, like manifesting something. But I think you guys are also just wanting something that's real, like wanting something that makes you, you want to connect to Pisces energy is what I'm picking up on. Something that's soft and sweet. Something that feels like home to you guys. And you guys may be experiencing inner conflict with this while Mars is in your 8th house in Cancer. In fact, I know you guys are, because I know what Mars in the 8th house is like. So yeah. Yeah, there would be some type of conflict with romance at this time, or you guys just wanting to do your own thing. Either with how you guys express yourself, how you take action, or... people may think like you're all about yourself, or like attention seeking, or this could have something to do with having children as well. All right, October 4th, Venus in Scorpio in your 12th house is trining Saturn in retrograde in Pisces in your 4th house. So I like trines. They're blessings. They're it's energy that's either being given to you, or it just comes so natural to you, you don't even notice it. And I feel like this is a really nice energy because when Venus and Saturn are talking to each other in a nice way, they both see something in each other that's worth investing into. So I think for some of you who are... either secretly, because it's Venus in Scorpio, secrets, or just being private. You guys may want to keep your relationships private, or maybe hidden investments right now. you know, maybe investing into property, investments into the mother, investments into the home, something like this. And there could be conflicts, or you may just want to keep it private, whatever it is. I think on this day, October 4th, you see something stable or worth investing into. So yeah, you guys may make money that day. You know, especially if you have been investing into something, or this could just be a feel-good day, or you could literally, I want to say, be doing something, some type of work, and it would be worth it. Because with Pluto ruling Scorpio, and you guys having this in your second house, your wallet, your money, it's like you would be making money, maybe not right then and there, but maybe later. I could see that happening as well. 12th, 4th house. These are also psychic placements, and they're both in water houses nonetheless. So I think like also what may make you guys see something worth investing into, whether it's financially or romance, is because you may be in tune with something that day. You may see the value in something, like on a very intuitive level. Okay. October 5th, Mercury in Libra in your 11th house is squaring Mars in Cancer in your 8th house. So I see this as potential arguments. I see this as needing to talk slowly, like making sure communication is clear, because I can see Mercury and Mars being fast communication, and then all of a sudden it's miscommunication and somebody's feelings are hurt. Especially with Mars in the 8th house, this is like, especially in Cancer nonetheless, it's like you're either your feelings would be hurt or somebody else's feelings would be hurt, and they may not express this, but you may see it. Despite the fact that it's the 8th house, it's because it's Cancer energy. It's your emotions. So this could potentially be, I feel like, arguments with either people you guys are dating. It could be friends you're dating, or it could be conversations with friends, and or conversations with people you guys are, you know, people who are, you may be investing money into when it comes to work or business, and there's some type of dispute or argument over a contract. I could see that being the thing too. I just see this as a potential legal contract, and there being arguments. It could be about property. It could be about the mother. It could be about females. It could be about men that are just strongly, you know, extremely sensitive or emotional. Let's see. Mercury rules Virgo, your 10th, and Gemini, your 7th. So yeah, I'm going to say for sure it's definitely more than likely around like a contract where there's some type of argument, either a business contract, or it could be something like the gym when you're signing a contract for that. Yeah. Or let's say if you get a raise each year and then you have to sign off on it, it's like this could be internally as well, and you're not expressing the fact that you're not happy with how much, you know, either whatever it is they're having you sign, you may not be happy about it. October 8th, Venus in Scorpio in your 12th house is trining Mars in Cancer. Oh, wait, hold on. What did I say? Venus in Scorpio in your 12th house is trining Mars in Cancer in your 8th house. So, again, October 8th, we have Venus in Scorpio trining Mars in Cancer in your 8th. Okay, so trines, again, this is easygoing energy. It's blessings. And we have two water houses. And two different ways. You guys literally have it in Scorpio and Cancer, but traditionally this would be Pisces and this would be Scorpio. So very psychic, very intuitive on this day. It comes naturally and easy for you guys. I also see this as, just gonna say it, good sex. I see this as, you know, nice sex. Potentially, I just see this as sex with maybe, no, I don't see that, never mind. But what else could be happening? You guys could be driven, some of you, to just, I want to say for some of you, this is definitely talking about working towards money, 100%. So because the reason I'm getting money, it's either, okay, some of you may be spending money. Again, you'd be spending money on, I want to say like mystical things, the occult, esoteric, spiritual, astrology, tarot readings. You guys could potentially be doing that. Or you just could be driven to follow whatever it is you feel like your intuition is telling you that day. I see it more so like that. I don't really see it as necessarily splurging. I'm sure somebody obviously out there would be spending money on that day. But I just feel like this is with Mars. Like you're following your feelings based off of some type of psychic download you're getting. What else? What else? Nope, that's it. October 8th, Mercury in Libra in your 11th house is trining Jupiter in Gemini in your 7th. Okay, so that same day, Mercury in Libra is trining Jupiter and Gemini. So I see this as conversations that you're having with somebody you guys are dating, or conversations you're having with your group of friends, or social networking. And these would be conversations where it's like you are literally social networking, like you are putting yourself out there, you're meeting new people. You may be trying to connect in order to make certain things happen for you guys. This could be where like contracts happen that are maybe difficult to get, and it's like you guys got lucky and were able to, you know, I don't know, get some type of contract, I want to say, I'm sorry. Or I can also see this as finding out information easily, either about business partners or people you're dating or your friends. I just see this as kind of like learning information based off either the internet or groups of people, other people around this day. I also see this as easily being able to speak in a very confident way, learning things from other people, and potentially traveling for some of you. This would be either traveling with friends or somebody you guys are dating or doing business with. October 9th, Jupiter goes retrograde in Gemini. So in your 7th house, Jupiter is going retrograde. So to me, I look at this as a very spiritual energy when Jupiter goes in retrograde in Gemini. When Jupiter's in Gemini, because Gemini energy is so fast, it usually wants to teach other people. It comes off very preachy. It just wants to get that energy out where it just wants to express what it knows. But once it goes into retrograde, it basically wants to cross its T's, dot its I's, wants to make sure the information is truly accurate before putting it out there. So I think, I mean, it would still be expressing itself. It would still be, you know, it would still be a confident energy, don't get me wrong, but you're going to see things slow down. And I also feel like your intuition would be more in tune with Jupiter going retrograde. It's just something I very much notice and feel deeply. So I think you guys would be very intuitive when it comes to relationships, committed partnerships. I think you guys will be able to see through people. So if you guys are doubting others with Venus and Scorpio in that 12th house, especially with Mars in that 8th, you guys would be able during this time really to be able to see through that bullshit, for sure. The reason for this is, like, the reason I say when Uranus goes retrograde, you're going to be, like, you may have, it depends, like, the aspects, like how it's talking to another planet. But overall, I just believe that there may be, you may be more in touch with your intuition. Well, with Uranus, actually, I take that back, not with Uranus, but with Jupiter in retrograde and Neptune in retrograde, that's because things are slowing down. And we have a tendency when we're going through life, like, we're, not that all of us are moving so fast, but we perceive things very fast. And when Jupiter and Neptune slow down, it's like we can really see things much more clearly. October 11th, Pluto goes direct in Capricorn. Wait a minute, hold on one second. Jupiter goes retrograde in Gemini. Mercury rules your Mercury rules Gemini. Mercury will be in your 11th house. Yes, you'll be seeing through people in your relationships. Okay, and then there was another one I wanted to see. Oh, Jupiter. Okay, so since Jupiter rules you guys, Sagittarius, first house, the body, you guys are going to have to double check this one, but I'm almost positive when Jupiter goes retrograde, you guys may have a tendency, and this is everybody, well, it depends which house it's in, but to overeat. I think that's a thing when it's in retrograde. I can't remember, but since I'm seeing this first house in the body, yeah. Anyway, Pluto goes direct in Capricorn. Okay, October 11th. Where is this? Okay. So what I think is happening is once Pluto goes direct in your second house, things won't feel as heavy. I'm sure you guys have been feeling it where once Pluto went back into Capricorn retrograde, it was, I don't know, just things felt heavier. So now, since it's going direct, if any of you guys have been having any issues with money, I think things will begin to feel lighter. So what's happening with Pluto going back in your second house? I think you guys are meant to transform, I want to say, how you guys make your money. Do you guys make your money in a way that you value? Are you guys in a powerful role? Do you guys feel like a leader in the role that you have with your career? What is Pluto trying to, like, quote unquote, kill and, like, you know, and kill and reborn? Oh, wait, why am I saying that so weird? I mean, like, where is there a death and rebirth? Like, where specifically when it comes to second house things, is this happening for you guys? And I want to say that since Pluto is going to be in Capricorn one last time, with Saturn being in Pisces, because Saturn rules Capricorn, right? And then Scorpio, because Pluto rules Scorpio, this is in your 12th house. I think something, you guys would be experiencing something, or like the soul lesson here would be transforming your mind when it comes to maybe the place of home, or maybe transforming your mind on how you guys make money. And it may have something to do with property from places that are far away from you. Like, why can't I talk? What the hell is going on? Anyway, you may be asked to come into your power by having other people invest into you guys, is what I want to say. I feel like there's something here for some of you with this, because when with 29 degrees, since it's so karmic, I mean, it's going to look different for all of you guys depending on your natal chart, but I believe that something's going on when it comes to our inner child and trying to remember, like, what it is, like who we are and what it is we actually want when it comes to that house, and then transforming it to look different. So 29 degrees is Leo energy to me. This is royal energy. So if you guys know anybody that's a 29-degree person, there's a very karmic energy that goes on with these people, and they don't have, at least this is the way I look at it, and I haven't had any 29-degree person disagree with me, but I'm sure there's people out there that would. I feel like they have a very karmic life, and it's not easy. To me, my personal opinion is because that 29 degree is about to hit the next house, but traditionally it's about to hit that 6th house in Virgo. Virgo is worker. I don't want to say it's a servant, but it's you better work. 5th house is Leo energy, and I'm not saying Leos don't work. Obviously, we all work, right? Or at least most of us do. My point is, it's almost like, and I know I'm going to botch up the line here, but like rags to riches. It's like with 29-degree energy, you're being pushed to do the opposite of what you are used to. And that's why it's extremely pivotal, a shift in energy, and it's basically do or die. It's like you're either going to do it or you don't. So this is what's happening here with Pluto. So you guys have your 5th house in Aries, which talks about you guys being, I want to say the individual as children, but also what I want to say is this is how I want to start this. What may be transforming for you guys is the fact, whatever it is you thought you valued may have changed, because maybe it wasn't really what you guys valued. Maybe it was, with Virgo being in the 10th house, maybe it was what you learned, I just want to say, I think it may be just what it is you learned as a child, and you may be realizing, you know, what is actually, what you guys are passionate about, and maybe that's how you guys want to make your money. It would really, again, depend on your own personal chart for this to like make more sense. But yeah, I don't know. That's just what I'm seeing here, especially with that 2nd house, that there is, I also think of, with Pluto here, dependency, like you have to be independent when it comes to money. And Aries energy is independent. So especially with that North Node being in Aries, there may be more of a drive here for you guys to really accomplish something when it comes to the 2nd house. So is there anything else I want to say here? No, if it comes to me, I'll say it. October 13th, Mercury enters Scorpio. Okay, so Mercury is leaving your 11th house and is entering your 12th house in Scorpio. So what do I think is going to be happening? Conversations that, like secret conversations, private conversations, intimate conversations. And if not with somebody you guys are intimate with, because Venus is there, then I would say conversations with yourself. It's the 12th house. You would be very deep in thought about changing something that you feel needs to change. Like it literally has to change. And I guarantee you anything. I would be so shocked if you guys disagreed. It probably has something to do with money. Scorpio energy is very deeply connected to money. So yeah, okay, so Mercury rules Virgo in the 7th house. This could also be for some of you money with other people. So again, either investments, this could be this could be investments with your romantic partners, or, you know, people, again, you guys are talking to. With Jupiter being here, like I've said before, you guys are meeting the right people at the right time. There could be investments being made. But yeah, whatever these conversations are about, they're definitely not public. I would be surprised, but I do think whatever these thoughts are and these conversations are concerning, it definitely would affect how you appear. Like, so if you guys are conversating about, I don't know, I'm just going to make something up, taking on a new job or dating a different person, it's like your thoughts would be about how is this going to make me look? Or, but is this relationship going to be real? Is it going to go anywhere? Can I trust them? Things of that nature. I'm getting to that because it's, I'm going to that because of Scorpio energy. Okay. And also because the ruler of Scorpio is originally Mars, but later on becomes Pluto, so both hold true to this day. It's like your thoughts on romance right now, for those of you that are in a serious committed relationship, or if you're considering this with somebody you guys may be intimate with, or you're just considering a committed relationship at this time, would be about what it is you guys value, and it's Capricorn energy. So you guys would care how you appear because Capricorn energy cares. And then there's some type of either, I want to say, for some of you, you guys are experiencing Mars in the 8th house as confidence, or willing to achieve, like you are going to win. That's what it does in the 8th house as well. It's like you're either your worst enemy, like literally nobody else can tell you anything about yourself. Like you are mean to yourself. But also it can be looked at as going after what it is you want. Like it's almost as if like a pep talk internally in order to act on things, because Mars is all about action, but yet it's happening in your internal world. This 8th house is not external, it's internal, right? So I just feel like with Mercury and Venus here, it's like your thoughts would be about deep intimacy, or I guess for some of you, this really could just be conversations about sex. Truly, it could be that too, especially with Mars in the 8th house. It could be sex. But I think for some of you guys with Capricorn here, this could also be about transforming what it is you value, changing what it is you value. And maybe what it is you value is commitment, Capricorn energy, which is ruled by Saturn. You guys may want to make your home a home, you know? Okay, October 14th, Sun in Libra in your 11th house is squaring Mars in Cancer in your 8th house. So to me, a square is friction, it's a block, it's something karmic. It's almost as if like something you want to either communicate or do doesn't come out clearly, or it just doesn't happen the way you had wanted it to. It's a lot of friction. So it's like, even if you don't do anything on this day, it's just you're not going to be feeling well. And the way I look at this is with the sun, this is our physical vitality. And when Mars is touching it, like not in a positive way, I feel like this could potentially be like getting sick, literally not feeling good, or your confidence. You may not feel confident on that day. You may be sad, maybe depressed, because this is also talking to Mars in your 8th house in Cancer, your emotions. So I think maybe, you know, if you guys do want to express something on this day, like it's just like you wouldn't be able to. You just wouldn't feel happy. That's what I'm getting. I also look at it as competition as well with the Sun and Mars, because I think of the Sun with Leo energy and I think of Mars as Aries energy. And it's happening in the 11th house where things could suddenly just happen out of nowhere. And then Mars, 8th house, this could be, you know, very uncomfortable energy when it comes to resentments. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. I think it could be conflicts with groups of friends, conflict with something you see on the internet. I do think it would be something you see with the sun because of, you know, the sun. I think it's something you may see with somebody you guys are dating or a friend you're potentially interested in. Yeah. It's so funny. I think that another way this could potentially manifest for some of you is not being able to do something. Like it's almost as if you feel rejected, and so it kind of lowers your confidence on that day too. You may try to make a move on this day, or you may want to have sex on this day and then you're rejected. I could see that. Okay. October 15th, Venus in Scorpio in your 12th house is trining Neptune in retrograde in Pisces. Okay, so again, October 15th, Venus in Scorpio is trining Neptune in retrograde in Pisces in your 4th house. So again, 2 psychic placements, intuitive placements, and I like the planets involved because Venus and Neptune talk about like higher octave love, spiritual love, unconditional love. And I think it would just be easy for you guys to understand people on a deeper level. I think you'd be able to understand the undercurrent is what I want to say, you know, again, the invisible, you would just be in touch with it. 12th house is the things you cannot see, but I think you would just be intuitively inclined. I also think this house is screaming escapism. So you guys may be daydreaming about somebody you guys are intimate with or in a relationship with. I think also it could be money as well. Definitely some of you would be dreaming or, you know, daydreaming about money or how you guys can make more money. Money to invest into, you know, where you guys live, to transform it. For those of you that are investing into property, this may be something you want to, you know, change by investing into it. Yeah, but if you're not doing any of those things, I just see this as a feel-good day where, again, you may want to do tarot reading, astrology reading, something like metaphysical. October 17th, Venus enters Sagittarius. Nice. So Venus leaves your 12th house and is entering your 1st house. Okay, so I think when Venus enters your 1st house, I do think Venus being in the 1st house in general is a very magnetic energy. So I do think you guys would be more magnetic during this time, especially with relationships, your groups of friends, social networking. Where is Gemini? Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Where's Taurus? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. For those of you that are looking for a new job, something different, oh, funny with Uranus retrograde. I think you would be able to do that. I think for some of you who are trying to find somebody to invest in you guys, I think this would be the time to do it when Venus enters Sagittarius. Because the reason I'm saying that is because it's literally entering you guys. So it would be, it's like people would be giving you guys money. And Jupiter, the ruler of you guys, is in your 7th house in Gemini. Mercury's in that 12th house. Mercury is in Scorpio. So again, it would be something private, something hidden. Hold on one second here. So investing into you guys. So definitely for those of you that are dating, want commitment, I think you would have more luck while this is in your 1st house. That's number 1. But since Venus rules Libra, and this is your 11th house, right? Traditionally, Uranus rules the 11th house in Aquarius. I think there may be private conversations that may go on. Like for some of you, I think you guys may be applying for jobs privately, or it's like you may be working, you may like have a job, but you're like secretly investing in yourselves or with somebody else to maybe have a business, or you have or I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe with this North Node being in Aries, in your 5th house, you guys have started doing something that you feel passionate about and you want to start making money off of it. That could be it too. But I think for some of you guys, there's definitely, yeah. Okay, moving on. That same day, there's going to be a full moon in Aries in 24 degrees. So I do think this has a lot to do with that new moon solar eclipse in Libra, because it's on the same axis, Libra, South Node, Aries, North Node. So I think in the beginning of the month with that new moon solar eclipse in Libra in 10 degrees, there's something, you know, you're going to see, and something new will either happen or you're going to realize that needs to happen when it comes to either your committed relationships, or you're just going to realize something isn't working anymore in relationships. I want to say that again because the South Node and Lilith being in Libra. And with the full moon being in Aries on the other side in 24 degrees, I do believe that something will be illuminated for you guys. I don't always believe full moons will illuminate everything. With this full moon, I think it will illuminate I want to say like what it is you guys want when it comes to romance. What it is you feel when it comes to this. Are you guys just looking for fun right now? Because that's what Aries energy is. It's fun energy, and that's what the 5th house is all about. And it's like the South Node being in Libra, it doesn't necessarily say stay away from committed relationships, but at the same time, it's telling all of us to remember the past relationships in order to make better decisions this time around. Don't be such a people pleaser, because remember the last time it didn't work out in your favor. What exactly is it that you want? Or it could be about like, what is it that you need to achieve and focus on in your life first before you think of relationships? So, because usually we have this tendency that if we didn't achieve something, or we don't have something that it is we're looking to get in our life, then we don't feel fulfilled. We don't feel empowered. And then it's like everything else in our life kind of makes us not that happy. And then we're in this like weird phase in our life where we don't know why we're not happy. And then it's like, well, then nobody's going to make us happy. But I think a lot of us aren't consciously aware of this. So 24 degrees is Pisces. Pisces energy is tricky. It's like things come and go. 1 minute it's there, 1 minute it's not. 1 minute it's there, 1 minute it's gone. Pisces energy is soft. It's sweet. It's that energy that you go to for advice because they just make you feel good. So I think since full moons do talk about like what needs to change in your life or what needs to be illuminated, what needs to leave, I do think I think you guys are going to see something when it comes to, I think you're going to see something internally, like with Scorpio energy, about your own emotions and how maybe it's affecting you guys with your own choices on your romantic partners or how it is you choose to have fun. So I feel like for a lot of you, the way you choose to have fun, because I'm going to look at where Mars is, since Mars is the ruler of Aries, it's in your 8th house, right? It's in Cancer. So for a lot of you, I think everybody's going to be feeling that full moon in Aries, like intuitively with their body, but it's going to connect with your body because it's Mars in the 8th house. It's your internal world. And you guys have Scorpio in your 12th house. So with your thoughts being about like Scorpio-like things, intimacy and deepness and being merged with another, and maybe like what power means, like being in control. Did I say money already? That could be for some of you guys. But I'm getting more physical things because Aries is the body, first house. So how do you guys express yourselves when it comes to romance physically? Something may be illuminated for you guys around this time when it comes to this. And maybe something needs to be seen for you guys, and change what it is you value with that Capricorn energy. October 21st, Mercury in Scorpio in your 12th house is trining Saturn in retrograde in Pisces. So Mercury in Scorpio in your 12th house is trining Saturn in retrograde in Pisces in your 4th house. Again, it's either conversations you're having with yourself, or they're deep conversations. So maybe whatever this moon is illuminating for you guys, there's something transformative happening with your thoughts. Maybe you're more in touch with something that needs to change. If it's not that, then I'm going to say that maybe there are conversations with conversations around work, private conversations around work, serious conversations, but they're transforming. I just see something happening here when it comes to like Saturnian things, like kind of like getting real about a change that needs to take place. And I feel like since Saturn rules Capricorn and Pluto's here and Pluto rules Scorpio, Mercury and Saturn are talking to each other. So I just see conversations happening that require you to get real with your own like thoughts. And I just see this maybe being internal, in your internal world. Cancer traditionally rules that 4th house, right? So there's something going on regarding your emotions and being able to kind of tap in to like not crossing your boundaries, but like getting through to the unconscious is what I want to say, in order to maybe create boundaries for yourself, to protect yourself. October 22nd, Sun in Libra in your 11th house is squaring Pluto in Capricorn in your 2nd house. So again, October 22nd, we have Sun in Libra squaring Pluto in Capricorn in your 2nd house. So me personally, I'm not a fan of any Pluto squares. Pluto squares are power trips. It's just somebody trying to dominate you or vice versa. It's manipulation. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's annoying. So when I think of Pluto, I think of like a shadow, okay? And then when I think of the sun, I think of something bright. And I think of like the shadow just doing that to the sun, like blocking it, blocking out its beauty intentionally. So I do think when it comes to it's either going to be you or another person. But I feel like somebody here would be trying to control the other person. So it could be somebody you guys are dating. It could be a friend. But it's almost as if like somebody does not like the way the other person expresses themselves. I look at it as like seeing something you don't like and then trying to almost control the other person by acting a specific way in order to take the lead or to dominate. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that they do it, but yeah, I just see that happening on this day. And again, I feel like it would be happening when it comes to relationships. And I feel like, again, it would be more so psychological because you guys have Scorpio in that 12th house. October 22nd, yeah, sun enters Scorpio. So when the sun enters Scorpio, especially in the 12th house, it's like you would be able to see through people's bullshit. So I think whatever happens with that Pluto square sun, again, it'll either be you guys or the other person that's doing it, but it's happening because you're able to see through, like, I don't want to say, it could be seeing through somebody else's shadow, and it's like it doesn't vibe with you, so then you kind of like have your own shadow and then you act on that. But when the sun enters your 12th house, this is going to be like solo energy. That Pluto square sun could lead up to you guys wanting to be by yourself, wanting to be a loner, wanting to, you know, just vibe with yourself is the energy I get. Where's Leo in your 9th house? I was just about to say it, damn it. I was gonna say you guys may want to like get more spiritual, go within, because when the sun is in the 12th house, it's like a light is on in a dark attic. You're able to see more clearly in a place where you normally wouldn't be able to see that well. So and I think truly, I believe it's going to be about the things you guys value. Excuse me. October 24th, Mars in Cancer is sextiling Uranus in Taurus. So October 24th, we have Mars in Cancer in your 8th house. It's sextiling Uranus in retrograde in Taurus in your 6th house. So to me, a sextile can also be looked at as a blessing because it requires you to do something. It requires you to work, put some type of energy in, but more than likely you're going to get what it is you wanted to begin with. So when Mars and Uranus are talking to each other, it's like they're both inspired by each other. This is like Aries and Aquarius energy. There's something independent and freedom oriented going on between the two. And you guys have this going on in your internal world and your physical world, your everyday life, everyday work routine, from the minute you wake up, from the minute you go to sleep. So I think you guys are going to be inspired to take action on your well-being is how I look at this. I think something is going to like, I don't want to say mess you up, but just mentally, I feel like you guys are going to withdraw a little bit. And even if nothing actually does happen with that Sun square Pluto, I think you're going to be feeling some type of friction internally. And then these things could happen where you just maybe notice it, you acknowledge it, and you want to physically feel better. Also, really quick before I forget, when Mercury enters your 12th house, I think some of you may end up traveling, especially when Venus enters your 1st house. I do see that. Or you're thinking about it, definitely. Okay, so yeah, Mars sextiling Uranus, you guys are inspired to maybe take action when it comes to work. Maybe you guys are inspired to express how you feel about something with work. The reason I'm saying that is because Uranus rules your 3rd house in Aquarius. So it's like you guys may be inspired to express some type of idea you have that's very smart, genius, different, out there. I also want to say, even though it's a positive transit, I think that when Uranus is talking to like malefic planets, no, honestly, when Uranus is talking to anything, it gets me nervous. It does sometimes because it's either a tower-like moment or it's like it's there for a short time. Like it's not dependable is what I want to say. So yeah, I don't know. Just try not to move too fast physically is what I want to put out there, because I just feel like this could be potentially an accident-prone thing happening. I don't know. I just think so. Yeah, with Mars sextiling Uranus and then Chiron in Aries, I do think that, yeah, with your 5th house, you guys may express yourselves in a physical way. And by communicating something, like you guys may literally be kind of like, I want to say funny or like dramatic with how you're expressing something randomly, maybe even at work, and then you by accident, I don't know, I'm not saying this all happens together, but I just can see this actually happening, that you just get hurt by accident. You move too fast, you bump into the wall, I don't know. But also with this, I see being inspired to take action when it comes to work, like with your money. I can see that as well. So for those of you that like want a new job, or if it's not work and it's not healing, then I'm going to say exercise. You guys could randomly be inspired to do some type of workout that day, or do some type of healing exercise like yoga. I could see that as well. Okay. All right. October 28th, Mars in Cancer in your 8th house is trining Neptune in retrograde in Pisces in your 4th. So again, October 28th, we have Mars in Cancer in your 8th house, trining Neptune in retrograde in Pisces in your 4th. I like this. Again, two watery houses. They're trining. They're getting along. Mars and Neptune, when these two are vibing, this is being divinely guided by spirit. You're literally like going in the direction that spirit is pushing you towards. So if you guys are one of those people that's like, yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll go do this, maybe tomorrow I'll go do that, it's like on that day you would be driven to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. And this would be because your emotions feel well balanced, you're feeling good. I don't think necessarily too daydreamy, it's just you're feeling good. So yeah, I would take advantage of that. Did I say it already? I think it's another day that may be very sexual. I'm definitely getting it. October 28th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 1st house, squaring Saturn in retrograde in Pisces in your 4th. So I don't like that. So October 28th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 1st house squares Saturn in retrograde in Pisces in your 4th. So to me, it's conflicts at home. It's something you guys invested into. Like there's a conflict with this. It's almost as if like in the beginning of the reading I was, hold on. I also want to say though, wait, going back, I'm sorry. Going back to that October 28th day, well, I know we're on the same day, I'm sorry. Mars in Cancer in your 8th house, trining Neptune in Pisces. I know trines are blessings, it's easy energy, but that can also mean like things are very easy to happen, which isn't always good. It's just like trines can mean laziness because they happen so easily for you. With Mars in the 8th house and Neptune in your 4th house, I could see this as possibly like an invasion on, I don't want to use that word, but with your body, you know, something against your will potentially, or it's something like maybe you do, but you only did it because maybe you were under the influence. That's just something I want to put out there to keep in mind around that time frame as well. Yeah, so anyway, later that day, Venus in Sagittarius in your 1st house is squaring Saturn in Pisces in your 4th in retrograde. So yeah, I think for some of you that are in a committed relationship, sorry, I'm like thinking of how like astrology is crazy, how you can see some people really like going through some shit ahead of time. There's like nothing you can do. Venus squaring Saturn. So whatever investments you've made, let's say it's with people, partners, this may be a day where you guys realize you're at odds with each other. There's either a conflict, some type of argument. You realize you want two different things because Venus in Sagittarius is freedom oriented, right? Whereas Saturn in Pisces, it wants to make the invisible visible in the 4th house. The 4th house is, it's it's privacy, it's your home, but I think of also like being close and intimate with other people, like their family, really feeling comfortable with these people. So I think that you or the other person, for those of you where this is talking about romance, are literally not going to be on the same page when it comes to what it is you want. So it could be a breakup. I think for some of you, when it comes to work, there would just be some type of issue. Maybe you didn't make as much money as you thought you were. Maybe if it's an investment, it's like you didn't make as much money as you wanted. Where's Taurus? Your 6th house. Yeah, for some of you, this is definitely going to be talking about work. Venus rules your 11th house in Libra, and Venus rules Taurus, your 6th house. So yes, something randomly, unexpectedly happening when it comes to, I feel like, yeah, definitely money. I think for some of you, this could definitely have something to do with wanting to spend money, more money than maybe you have. So for some of you that maybe want to travel, it's like you'd have to wait a little bit longer, or maybe you're just restricted on it for some reason. I think also because Venus in Sagittarius is fast energy, and Saturn in Pisces is like trying to make, like I said, something non-tangible tangible. It's almost as if like, I feel like somebody may just not want to, like it just may be agony to try to make a dream a reality is almost what I want to say. I feel like somebody just wouldn't want to put in the time. It's like not fast enough, if that makes sense. It's funny because it does make sense, but it doesn't make sense because of the obvious reasons. Okay, anyway. October 30th, Mercury in Scorpio in the 12th house is in opposition to Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. So again, it's like there are these deep conversations going on that it's like they're at odds with what either you value or what other people value, and it's like affecting either your health or somebody else's health. And I'm saying that because it's like by law of attraction, it's like you can see what's going on in your guys' internal world as well as like how other people would be affected by this. So I think with Mercury and Scorpio, for some of you, this is going to be your thoughts about money, and this being like there being friction with this because of what it is you're doing. It's like it doesn't match how much money you want to make or what it is you want to be doing for a living. So I think it's harder for you on this day to like reach, spirit in a sense, to get those intuitive, clear downloads about what it is you should be doing. And then I think, again, for some of you, this is going to be like potentially arguments, either arguments at work or arguments with your group of friends or arguments with people you're in a relationship with. And it would be about intimate, deep things, or about money, or about what it is you guys value. And yeah, I just see this being at odds. I do. October 31st, Mercury in Scorpio in your 8th house is trining Neptune in Pisces in your 4th. So again, Mercury in Scorpio in your 12th house is trining Neptune in Pisces in your 4th. I see this as a traveling day. I see this as conversations maybe about traveling. I see this as a daydream energy. I see this as maybe a day where you're just where you're escaping, sorry. I see this as maybe transforming your dreams. I never thought about that one. Transforming your dreams. on maybe like, I don't know where I'm getting this from, emotions or something like this. Hold on. I'm getting something about like seeing through another person, but also like seeing yourself in the other person as well, and seeing the emotions or the feelings being the same. It's like you're able to go so far into their like eyes. I feel like you're able to see so deeply, and it's almost as if like you see a reflection of yourself somehow, or you at least feel this on like a psychic or intuitive level. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Is there anything else I want to say? Venus, once Venus is in Sagittarius, I think you guys are going to be feeling like your typical freedom-oriented selves, but you know, magnified. Pluto in 29 degrees going direct. You're going to be really in touch with changing what it is you value, or how you make your money, or your position at work. Yeah, third house, Aquarius. Okay, nothing going on there. But Uranus is in retrograde in your sixth house. So I think you guys would be more introspective at this time when it comes to communicating. I think you guys are looking to potentially heal, if not like physically. I think this is either the workplace or mentally, since the sixth house is the house of healing. But I think also for some of you, this is definitely talking about healing work. Like what does the workplace look like to you, and you guys just want to change it. So maybe not necessarily healing work, but you want to change your job, you want to change your career, or you want to change your position. Let's see, fourth house, Neptune in retrograde, Saturn in retrograde. Daydreaming about home, being more in tune with the dream about home life. You know, with Saturn at home, it's crazy because with Saturn and Neptune, what I like them being in Pisces, because I feel like this is big time manifesting energy. But at the same time, it's like wherever Saturn is, it restricts you. So it's like you got to work 10 times harder in order to make the dream a reality. But it's definitely doable. So I think with Saturn being in the fourth house, you guys are probably dealing with something that's difficult when it comes to your home life, family. And it's got you guys going back to that Pluto and Capricorn energy right now with questioning what it is you value and changing this. Something traditional is changing, I feel like, for you guys. Something that once was is no longer the same. Neptune in your home, yeah, I'll leave that there. Daydreaming or having faith about something. Let's see, Aries, fifth house, North Node, Chiron, full moon. You guys are more eager to either express yourselves, either in romance or just self-expression, standing out in some type of way. And this would be, you would be more encouraged by spirit to go after these things because there's some type of inner child wound that you guys are trying to heal during this time. When it comes to self-expression and making yourself come first, and just being, I want to say childlike, playful. Like this may be also your pain, like being real about it and being upfront, because that's what Aries energy is. It's real. Taurus energy, sixth house, Uranus retrograde. There's been a shakeup when it comes to your everyday routine or work, or, you know, the house of healing, your mental well-being. And while Uranus is in retrograde, there's more of introspection, not so much of a reaction, I want to say. Jupiter in your seventh house, in Gemini, meeting the right people at the right time, expanding your networking. I would say also you guys are considering committed relationships at this time. Jupiter going into retrograde. Oh, so Mars was in Gemini. So, so maybe what you guys are experiencing right now with all this Venus in the 12th, Venus in the 1st, I'm getting like secrecy and, you know, I guess that would be like, no, I'll just leave it there. So maybe some of you guys experienced a breakup, and now with Jupiter going back into retrograde, you guys will be reconsidering committed relationships or considering, you know, what it is you guys want, going within. And maybe it's like Mars in the 8th house. This is like what you guys are doing based off of your emotions. I think also you guys, oh, 1000%. Okay. With Jupiter and retrograde in your 7th house, you guys are reconsidering your partners, the people you have committed to. So some of you, this is going to be business. Some of you, this is going to be romance. So for whoever you are currently committed to, this could be the breakup, or maybe it was a breakup. And now you guys are, you know, doing you. Literally, you're doing you and others. Mars in Cancer, this is, like I said, this is sex, but this is also, I want to say, wanting to achieve when it comes to the home life, with this being in Cancer. This can also be inner turmoil when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to females, when it comes to men who are super, you know, sensitive, emotional. Yeah. Leo, 9th house, nothing's going on. Virgo, nothing's going on. The 10th house. Wait, hold on one second. Sun will be in your 11th house. So when Mercury and the Sun are in Libra in your 11th house, you guys may be traveling. You may be traveling with your friends. You may be traveling for work. Yeah, I'll leave that there. Or with the people you guys are in a relationship with, whether it's business or romance. 11th house, Libra, South Node, Juno, Lilith, Sun, Mercury, new moon, solar eclipse, 10 degrees. I think what you guys are experiencing right now is probably random. I say random because the 11th house traditionally is ruled by Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So this is the Tower card. Literally something good randomly happens, or not so good. And so yeah, that sucks. And it's in the 11th house, right? So this would be with your groups of friends or something you're seeing on the internet, or, you know, social networking. It's probably your group of friends, right? So with the South Node, I'm going to say things will happen randomly out of nowhere that kind of keeps you away. I think with Juno being there, this is your soulmate energy. This is where it's currently transiting. And it makes it a little difficult to stay away from that South Node, the past, either past relationships or friends, or just your group of friends, whatever it is, because this is what makes your soul happy, is literally harmony, diplomacy, getting along with people. So, but Lilith is anger. Lilith would be, I feel like, well, number one, I want to say this is also another, like, I want to say magnet, you know, this is, like a sex magnet as well. So, but there would be anger around, groups of people, either, because you feel like the oddball or being left out, or like not appreciated for all the things you do, not being seen, not being valued, something like this. There isn't that give and take equal energy going on. So there's anger here. And also just anger around relationships, Libra. So the Sun, Mercury, something is just being lit up. When it comes to relationships, you're being seen. There's conversations about relationships, or there's signed contracts. There's committed contracts. And that new moon solar eclipse, you're going to be seeing something when it comes to how it is you appear, when it comes to either groups of friends, the internet, or relationships. So yeah, I also think it has something to do with commitment for sure, because it's 10 degrees Capricorn. Saturn, which rules Capricorn, is talking about commitment, right? And having boundaries. Scorpio in your 12th house, Sun, Venus, Mercury. I think you guys will, I think either you guys will have secrets or other people will have secrets. I think you guys will be, with Mars in the 8th house and Venus in the 12th, I think you guys will definitely be secretly intimate. I think there will be secret conversations or deep, intimate conversations. Conversations about money and investments, potential investments for some of you with committed partnerships or people you're dating. And I think also you'll be very intuitive, more so towards the end of the month. Definitely with Leo in the 9th house and your sun, the ruler of Leo, being in your 12th, definitely intuitive psychic energy going on, more so because your 12th house is in Scorpio. So yeah, you'll be connected with the divine. But because the sun is in Scorpio, which traditionally belongs in the 8th house, the dark house, the shadow, you're just going to be seeing through people's shadows more so. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I hope it resonates. I hope it helps. Bye.